watching
Indie
Film Cafe. I'm your host, Jonathan Mooney, aka the Blue Hunter, and I'm with.
Well, he presents a note as the Moo Cow. Moo!
Sorry, this is a great way to start. All right, anyway, we're going to be doing our, end of the month haul February. And we're going to have him start because he's got a few, and then I'm going to start. And that's it.
Yep. All right, so for this month, I started off, I think we mentioned in the Blu-ray Hunter, but I guess we're going to mention again, that we went to the Book Exchange in Norfolk, and they have all kinds of great movies and books there, so I was able to do quite a haul of DVDs there. So that's where most of mine are coming from, including Oh Zombie, which I actually had the digital version of, but now I actually have the physical medium, which is really what I want. And of course, that is a zombie movie where it's Osama bin Laden coming back from the dead, as you knew he would, and as a zombie. And it's an interesting kind of fun stinker. I've seen it, and it's got some fun effects to it. And
did you watch it?
Yeah, I've seen it. You've
seen it before.
Yeah, okay. I wanted to get a physical version of it. It's kind of cool, you know.
Okay.
And then the next one we've got is Shadow Puppets with James Marsters. Yay, from Buffy.
James Marsters, Tony Todd.
And Tony Todd.
And some chick, Jolene Blaylock.
Oh, Jolene Blaylock, yeah.
You've heard of, but I didn't know.
So, I don't know. I have not seen this, so I'm really hopeful that there are all kinds of puppets in there and causing mayhem and silliness. So we shall see. Then again, I'm a big James Marsters fan and a big Tony Todd fan. So there you go. Next one we have is a combo movie. It is another zombie movie, Better Off Zed. I don't know a whole lot about that other than it looks like kind of a zombie, so a zombie comedy. But it also comes with a pair of other films. One is called Wacko, and one is called Sideshow, which I think, is that a Full Moon video?
Yeah, it's a Full Moon movie.
Full Moon one.
Wacko stars Joe Don Baker, George Kennedy, Stella Stevens, Julia Duffy, and Andrew Dice Clay.
Wow.
In a memorable slasher film spoof.
Wow, so that should be very interesting.
And it's a spoof, so it sounds like it might be fun.
Okay.
So you let me know how that is, because I might want to watch that at some point.
I will. So there you go. 3 for the price of 1.
All right, so I don't know how to do this really, because what I may just do is I may just keep all of the ones that I got from the Book Exchange on the next one, and then just talk about the ones I got from, like, I think Walmart was where I got these from. So there's gonna be a lot on that. You know, there's like 5 instead of 4, or 5 or 6. So I'm just gonna wait on those, but I'm gonna tell these right now. And so I got Father Figures, which I watched. It was okay, honestly. It was okay. It was. I mean, basically, it had the worst ending I could possibly expect out of it. But basically, it was about Owen Wilson and
Owen Wilson.
I like him. Owen Wilson, Ed Helms. It's got J.K. Simmons, Cat Williams, Terry Bradshaw, Ving Rhames, Christopher Walken, and Glenn Close. I mean, amazing cast right there.
That is an amazing cast.
Yeah. So basically, Owen Wilson and Ed Helms. Ed Helms plays like this guy who's like he's grown up with his brother and mother, but never had a father, and they always kind of want to know what happened to their father, and he finds out some information because he thought his father died, and it turned out that the person he thought was his father really wasn't his father, because he sees the guy on TV, it's an actual actor or whatever, and so his mother, Glenn Close, on her wedding day when she was getting married to this guy, has to tell him whatever. So they go. She tells him that she married Terry Bradshaw, or that Terry Bradshaw was his father. And I'm not saying like a character that he plays. Like literally, she says that Terry Bradshaw is his father.
This is the football player.
Yeah, the football player. Oh, so he goes to Miami to see Terry Bradshaw and tell him, and you find out that that's not his father, and it's just a cross-country road trip movie with these two brothers who they get along, but they kind of don't get along. They're kind of opposites and stuff. And you would think it's kind of cute, but I will spoil the ending for you guys. So if you don't want to hear it, please fast forward or whatever. But the ending to this movie involves the fact that Glenn Close and at the end tells them that they're not really her kids either. That she was that she had adopted them from this girl who died at this like they came to them and needed her, and she never knew who their father actually their father actually was, and all this other stuff. So not only do you find out by the end of the movie, it gets really depressing. By the end of the movie, you find out not only do they not have a father, they don't actually have their real mother either. And I'm like, this is like a fucking horrible ending. Because like, what this could have been like a sweet fucking nice comedy, you know, and stuff like that. And the funniest bit involves the fact that he has sex with this woman, and he like later on tries to track down what he thinks is the father, and finds out that that's his daughter. So he thinks that he had sex with his own sister, but it turns out that that wasn't his father once again. So it was just this really fucking weird movie. Father figures, if you like Owen Wilson, you like Ed Helms kind of comedies, they're kind of whatever. I mean, it's cute. It's Owen Wilson being Owen Wilson, and it's Ed Helms being Ed Helms. Like, it's just them, you know, it was obviously a vehicle for them.
Yay!
Now this, I'm excited to watch at
Yay.
some point. It's called Vengeance, a Love Story.
Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage. It goes Academy Award winner. So like, you know, you might think like, oh my God, Academy Award winner Nicolas Cage is in a movie. He was an Academy Award winner in like what, 95 or something.
You don't know
like,
what Nicolas Cage you're going to be getting in.
I know, like Leaving Las Vegas was definitely like his best movie or something of all time. But he's like, I'm sure he's far from that in this movie. But it does have some. It's got Don Johnson in it, so I'm kind of excited to see it.
Well, it could be interesting.
All right, you're next.
All right, so getting back to a couple more movies that I picked up at the Book Exchange, we have Roger Corman's classic Rock and Roll High School with the Ramones and PJ Souls, woohoo, whom I love dearly. So I actually had this on VHS for a long time, and I thought I had it on DVD, but for the life of me, I couldn't find it. I don't know what happened to it. Maybe I loaned it out. So when I saw it, I was like, snap. So I grabbed it, and now it's in the collection. So I don't know whether and that's definitely different packaging than I would have had from before. So this is packaged as a Roger Corman classic.
Yeah, I had this one as well.
Okay, so does it comes with special features? I'm just not sure what exactly.
Feature audio commentary by the director Alan Arkish, producer Michael Fennell, and screenwriter Richard Whitley. It's got an interview with Roger Corman by Leonard Maltin.
Very nice.
Special introduction and thank you by the director Alan Arkish, and collector's booklet. Does it come with a collector's booklet?
Yep, there it is.
There it is. Awesome.
There's Paul Bartel and Mary
Warnov.
Yeah.
Clint Howard.
Yeah. So.
PJ Souls.
Yay! We love PJ Souls.
Oh my goodness, she's adorable.
Playing the greatest Ramones fan ever.
Oh my God! If I ever meet her though, I'm sorry, I'm getting her to sign my stripes thing, not
She's awesome.
Rock and Roll High School. But anyway.
So, the final movie that I got from the Book Exchange is something I saw it and I could not pass up. Abraxas, Guardian of the Universe with Jesse the Body Ventura. Woo!
Packaging. Right
oh
there.
my goodness.
Look at
So
that tape.
I know. Oh
That's
dear.
so cheesy.
This is like straight to video goodness. And I'm not even sure who else is on there.
Who put this out?
I'm not sure. Probably Jesse himself.
Jesse is like, I want this out here.
Buy up all the copies or I'll break your legs.
The special features on this disc are interactive menus, scene
great.
selections, and that it's region free. That's the special features. That's
There
what
you
you're
go.
getting in this movie.
Who else is in there? I don't even know if anybody else is in there.
I don't know.
This looks terrible. I
This
can't
looks
wait to
awful. I love it.
see it. I mean, it's not like Justin can't be a decent actor. He can.
That might be one of our IFC movies.
But this just looks really bad, so I can't wait to dive into that. And then finally, I got another one of these wonderful packs. This is a 12-movie collection called Bloodbath. And you're going to have to read the movies because I can't see, but there's a bunch of them.
Okay, so Angst, starring Paul Conway, Fiona Horsey, and Phil Hayden.
Fiona Horsey, okay.
Let's see, A Brush with Death, made in 2006, starring Sienna McDonald, Missy Sturgis, and Nicholas Melencon. The Chambermaid in 2007 by with Fiona Horsey.
Yeah, she was kind of like an English scream queen there in the aughts for a hot moment there. I think she's still around.
Paul Conway back again with her, and William Rousey. Death on Demand, starring Jerry Boone, Elizabeth Jameson, Savannah Lawson Metallan. Demonic, starring Richard Chambridge, Nicole Petty, and Tom Savini.
Tom Savini.
Hollowed, starring Rosalind Robertson, Corey Fox, and Andrew Martin. Harvest of Fear, starring Ryan Deal, Justin Ament, and Carrie Finkley. All of these are like 2003 to 2007.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Haunting of Rebecca Verlin, starring Natasha Boone, James Matthews, and Daryl Jackson. Red Riding Hood, 2004, starring Kathleen Archibald, Roberto Purvis, and Susan Sada. Shadows of the Dead, starring Jonathan Flanagan, Beverly Hines, and Nick Shermer. And The Twisted Sisters, starring Fiona Horsey. God damn, there's a lot of Fiona Horsey / Paul Conway and Andrew Southern. And then Uninvited, 1993, starring Christopher Boyer, Barry Buckner, and Jack Elam.
Yeah, so Fiona Horsey's kind of, like I said, she was kind of like an English scream queen in the aughts who was in a bunch of indie films. And that's really what this is. This is a big old package of indie horror films that, I don't know, we'll have to see what happens. Some of them might be worth checking out. Some of them might be really stinky. We shall see. But
yeah, and if they're really stinky, they're still worth checking out.
Exactly.
So there you go. All right, speaking of stinky, I got a bunch of stinky movies too myself. Some I love, and some I've been dying to check out at some point. First up is A Dead Calling, starring Alexandra Holden, Sid Haig, Bill Moseley, and Leslie Easterbrook, which is really funny because this came out 2006, so it's either right before, no, it was right after Devil's Rejects. Devil's Rejects is 2005. And this has the cast of Devil's Rejects. So it's got director's commentary by Michael Pfeiffer. Michael Pfeiffer is the son of Jerry Pfeiffer, who did the witchcraft movies. Produced those. So there you go. Dustin Hubbard loves those. Love those. And I think he's seen Dead Calling. I have not seen that yet, but
7 or 8 of those witchcraft movies, aren't there?
Oh, there's there's 16 now?
16, holy Christ.
Yeah, well, they just made 3 back-to-back. Was it Sterling?
There's a franchise for you.
Yeah, different franchise. So next is May.
Yay!
Which I've seen years ago, but I've never had a copy of.
It's a good movie.
And I don't think this is on Blu-ray or anything, so I've been kind of wanting to check it out at some point. Again, I haven't seen it forever. But there's cast and crew commentary, production commentary, and trailers and stuff like that. Lucky McKee is a great director. I've loved him ever since I first saw his stuff. So
I have a copy of that as well. It's a good film.
And speaking of Lucky McKee, because I think he was friends with the director of this. They worked together, Chris Sivertson. But this I Know Who Killed Me, starring Lindsay Lohan. And Neil McDonough, who you might know from, it's on a lot of TV these days. It's in, Suits and Arrow and a bunch of other stuff. But I'm interested in seeing Julia Ormond and Brian Garrick.
I'm interested in seeing Lindsay Lohan up on the pole there.
Oh, no, she strips on that.
Woohoo.
She's a stripper in this movie. I don't know. I think she didn't do nudity in this. I'm not sure. Maybe she did. But if she did, it wasn't her body or something. I don't know. No, she's very notorious for not actually wanting to do that yet or whatever. And then I got since if you looked at my Blu-ray Hunter one, I got a Nazi zombie movie before. He saw this, and I was interested in checking it out.
There you go.
It's a Nazi zombie movie called Outpost Black Sun. It stars nobody famous whatsoever. I don't think.
But it's got Nazi zombies, so it's a
Yeah, it
plus.
doesn't have anybody I know of, but it's got Nazi zombies. So I just want to see for once like zombies, Nazi zombies with a swastika on them, like the way that you'd imagine.
I want to see them goose step really slow, like the legs fall off or something.
All right, so and then the only like non-horror or whatever kind of thing movie that I got. It's called Blown Away, starring Corey Feldman, Corey Haim, and Nicole Eggert.
Dear, oh dear.
And Nicole is naked in this movie, which I loved. I absolutely love this movie. I remember seeing it on I think it was on Cinemax or Skidamax back in the day, or HBO, one of those channels. And so I remember watching this, and it doesn't have any special features or anything. In fact, this is the R-rated version and not the unrated version. So I'm wondering what the unrated version would have. I was asked if that was an unrated one, and I was like, nope, it's the R-rated.
But it's got the two Corys.
And it's got Nicole Eggert, and I'm a huge fan back from Baywatch and
What is she doing anymore?
she's on Twitter a lot.
Okay.
That's all I know.
Get her in one of your movies.
If I could afford her, I would.
You never know.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
She does like some of the stuff I tweet at her and things like that.
Okay.
She's very sweet. I like her. I know people, but it's one of those things. She talks about politics and stuff, and a lot of people hate that. And I'm just like, you know what? If whatever your political belief is, fucking do it.
It's your tweet. It's your
Yeah,
platform.
it's your-
Just talk what you want.
Yeah, talk what you want. If you have a problem with this, or you don't like that, or you don't like what's going on in this world, fucking speak up. Say whatever you're gonna say. So I don't care.
Bernie Sanders, baby.
But anyway, yeah. Also, she was having a problem with Scott Baio, but we don't need to get into that.
Oh.
Yeah, there was a lot of blah stuff going on with that. So we gotta be careful with that stuff. But next is last but not least. This is a show that I've absolutely adored on Comedy Central back in the day. Or it's MTV, I'm sorry. No, it's Comedy Central. That was Comedy
Stella.
Central. It's called Stella, season 1. And basically it was based on these short films I used to watch back in the day before there was YouTube and stuff, and you could watch short films all the time. There were websites that actually would, you would have to actually put it up on your website if you wanted to show videos and stuff. And back in 2005, I want to say, or 4 or something, they had done this Stella. Maybe it was even earlier than that they started doing these shorts. It was after Wet Hot American Summer. And so 3 of the guys from Wet Hot American Summer got together, and they would tour places, and they would do stand up, and then they would show little short films and little comedy videos and stuff. And this stemmed from it. It's kind of like a sitcom version of that show, and it was funny. I remember laughing my butt off, but I've always kind of wanted to have it. It's kind of because they're the guys from The State. And I love The State.
So is this a TV show?
Yeah, it's a TV show.
Wow.
Season 1 of the TV show.
See, I never bring any of my TV stuff that I get because Indie Film Cafe, but I guess we could. I mean, I bought Viking Season 4, for example, this month, but I didn't bring it because it's a TV show, so I didn't think to bring it.
Bring it.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
okay.
I didn't know you didn't know. I guess I don't usually buy TV shows anymore. So this is the first one I bought in a while.
Yeah, and there aren't very many TV show things that I get, but every now and again, like Vikings, I'll always try to get that.
The biggest thing is I've got Netflix, Amazon, and Hulu, so I can watch almost any TV show all the time.
Right.
So buying a TV show is kind of I don't know. I don't.
And that one seems like it's fairly rare. I mean, I don't think I've ever even seen that mentioned anywhere, so I don't know whether that's out there on Netflix or anything like that.
I don't think so, actually. So
I can see why you'd want to buy it.
yeah, and it was what, $7 for it. I mean, not a bad deal for a whole TV show.
I mean, I did bring in last month the Downton Abbey that I remember the one that it was just sitting there for free at 2nd and Charles, and I was like, grab.
There you go.
So, okay.
So feel free to bring, if you get TV shows, feel free to bring them in.
So, I guess I won't bring it in next month, but Viking Season 4, because I love the Viking show, so.
There you go. All right. Well, wow. This lasted just as long as the other one.
There you go. There you go. We're pretty consistent.
We're pretty consistent on this stuff. So thank you guys for checking this out. Check us. I guess we're also going to be doing a update video on what's going to happen in March and everything, which it'll probably be smaller, I hope, because really there's not a lot going on. Maybe there will be. We'll be getting into that. But thank you guys for checking this out. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And check us out on indiefilmcafe.reviews. Podbean for Indie Film Cafe. Also, please contribute to our Patreon.
Yes, please.
We love you guys to death, and it would be very helpful to be able to continue to do all this stuff that we're doing and everything like that.
Continuity Monkey needs a new pair of shoes.
So thank you guys so much, and have a good one, guys.
Bye.
Bye.